Hello students, good morning. I hope you all are doing well. I am Prithviraj. I am your physical science teacher. Welcome to 10th class. Today I am going to teach you uh, the reflection through curved surface. In the last class, we have discussed up to activity number 2, right? And you will have understood, and I hope you have done your homework. Okay? So in this particular class, what are things we will learn? What are objectives we will get? First and foremost thing is we will start with our lab activity. Next we will discuss different type of ray diagrams for concave mirror along with their rules. So these are the two things we will cover in this particular class. Very important. From here a lot of bundle of questions will come. So pay close attention to whatever word, whatever thing I am writing on the blackboard. Okay? Let's get started. So first is lab activity. Whenever you are writing a lab activity, one thing you need to keep in your mind that in a order you have to write. What is the order? First you need to mention the aim of the experiment. So here we will write aim. First we will write aim of the experiment. Simply we can write aim. In aim what you will write? Observing the type of images and measuring the object distance and image distance from the mirror. Here as you all can see students, what we will write? Observing the types of images means what kind of images are formed in this particular lab activity. Here the lab activity is for this one only. We will observe different kind of images formed by a concave mirror. We will place a concave mirror and we will place the object at certain distance, okay, and we will examine at a certain distance what kind of image we will get, okay. So this is our main objective. So this is what aim of the experiment, observing the types of images and measuring the object distance and image distance. Then we will measure both the object distance as well as the image distance. Okay students, next we will discuss for this experiment what are the materials we require. This is another thing which is very important. You need to write materials required. In exam, they can simply ask, write the materials required for this particular experiment, for this particular lab activity. So materials required is very important for you to remember. So what are the materials required is given in the book. First one is a candle. Second is your paper. Third, you require a concave mirror, very important. On the fourth part, we need V stand. and on the fifth part we need meter scale. Students, as you can see, what are the materials we need for this particular experiment? We need a candle, a paper, a concave mirror, a V-stand, as well as a meter scale. These are the materials which are very essential to perform this particular lab activity. After that, we will go for procedure. Remember the hierarchy. First, you give the heading lab activity. Then aim of the experiment. You need to write the aim of the experiment. Then you will write the materials required. Okay? You can write straight. Okay? You can write straight. In the paper, I am saying, suppose this is our paper. If this is our paper, then the way you have to write it. Okay? Suppose this is a piece of the paper. Then first you will write the aim of the experiment and lab activity. Then you will write the materials required. After that, you will write procedure. After that, you will write procedure, and beside procedure only you need to draw your diagram. Suppose in this set, suppose here we wrote, this is another paper. Suppose here I am writing the procedure, then here you need to draw the diagram. In paper I am explaining. Fine? I hope throughout the experiment you people can see the diagram. Now let me explain the procedure. After procedure, students, you can write observation and after that conclusion. So now procedure. So here procedure means how to follow, what to do, what we will do by this all equipments which we have gathered, right? See, let us see. Place the concave mirror on the V stand. As you can see here, the concave mirror, here you can see the concave mirror is placed on the V stand, and in front of it, as you can see, a paper is there, okay, and before that we have kept a candle, okay, and as you can see there, you can see the image of the candle on the paper and it is inverted, and as you can see the ratings, below we have kept a meter scale. On that scale you can see the reading is around 14. If the reading is around 14, you can see the image is diminished and inverted, right? The same way what we will do it, now it is 14, on the next step we will bring it closer, that is 10. On the next step we will bring it more closer, that is 8. On the next step we will bring it more closer, that is 6. Then 4. Like that we will take several observations. And after taking several observations, we need to see where we are getting the image. Where we are getting the image. We need to, the same way we need to arrange our paper. Suppose we are getting where exactly we are getting the image, that we need to find out. How we will find out? As I already said, concave mirror will give us real image, right? Concave mirror will always give us real image. So real image means the image should be formed in the real world. As you can see here, the concave mirror is there and image is formed in front of it, and it is formed upon a screen. So the image which you can get on a screen is called real image. So here it is giving us real image. At some point, students, you may not get image. At some point you may not get image as well, and that particular thing also you have to note. So next, after the procedure, okay, after the procedure, what we have, again I am explaining what we have did in the procedure. We have mounted our concave mirror on the V stand, we have kept a candle in front of it a certain distance by measuring it, and we have placed a paper. Where we will place the paper, we will arrange the paper according to the image. Suppose at this point we got the image, at this point we got the image, so we have placed it over there. Or else we need to search where we are getting the image. The place where we will get the image, at the same point we need to keep the paper. Fine? Next we will draw a table. As you can see here, the table, here he has taken like 4 observations we have taken. In that 4 observations, and we have given 5 columns. On the first column, that is serial number, and the second column, as you can see, distance of candle from the mirror. First you will see distance of candle from the mirror.
So first we have kept at 14 centimeters, so we got image at what that you need to see. Second, what we will do, we will keep at 10, we will keep at 14, suppose we will keep at 6 and we will keep at 7, like that. We will change 4 observations. So distance, we will take distances. Second, distance of paper from the mirror. Paper means, paper is the point where we will get the image. Here you can see paper is the point where we will get the image. And at last, we will write whether the image is enlarged or diminished. Enlarged or diminished. As you can see here it is diminished. At some point we are getting enlarged image or not. That we will see. At last we will see, at last another column is there, as you can see here, whether the image is inverted or erect. Inverted means ulta. Okay? Erect means straight. Like I am straight. Okay? That's what. So these are the things we need to observe in the particular point, and we will write our observations. Students, this experiment we need to do. Okay? At your home, if you have those equipments, you need to perform. Okay? And after that performance, you can write. Okay, so these are the things we need to follow, and after that group of observations, like around 4 or 5 observations we did. Now we will come to a conclusion. See, as you can see table number 2. Okay, now you can see table number 2. In this table number 2, position of the candle, we will determine the position of the candle. What are the positions we have kept? First position is our between mirror and focus. Between mirror and focus. Students, how to determine focus? I already explained you. You need to light the candle, and you will see that all the images like rays which are coming parallel, they will form a bright spot. The bright spot which will come, that will be its what? You just take the concave mirror. You just take the concave mirror before the sun, and you will see the mirror will form a bright spot in front of it. That bright spot distance is the focus or focal length from the mirror. Okay, and usually whenever we will buy a concave mirror, the focal length or focus will be given that this is this centimeter. So first stage, we will keep the candle between focus and the mirror, and then the next step we will place the particular candle on exact focus. Next we will keep between focus and center of curvature, and after that we will keep at the center of curvature, yani at C we will keep, and after that we will keep beyond C. After that we will keep beyond C. Beyond C means like after our center of curvature. So at this particular points we will keep our what? We will keep our candle. Okay? Students, in the first class I explained you what are these all things. C, F, R and all stuff I explained you, right? If you need, I'll put an image over here for everybody, and you can see that. Okay, now at this point I'll place an image and I'll show you what all these things are. As you can see, this one is our center of curvature, this one is our focus, and this is our pole. And focus to pole, this is our focal length. Okay, this is our focal length. As you all can see, this is our focal length. And this need to be kept in your mind that in real world also we are doing the same. And here position of the image, we will see where we are getting the image, and we will see whether the image is enlarged or diminished or not, whether it is inverted or erect or not, or it is real or inverted or not. These are things we will note for all 5 observations, right? So this is our lab activity, students. Fine. Now we will go for ray diagrams. Now let me explain to students what are ray diagrams. First I will write rules to obtain images formed by concave mirror and convex mirror. Now you will see rules. What are the rules we need to follow to obtain image in a concave mirror as well as convex mirror? So first rule, as you can see the diagram over here, what exactly is happening? A ray of light is coming parallel to the principal axis. A ray of light is coming parallel to the principal axis, and After that, what exactly is happening? It is striking and it is going through the focus. I hope you can see the diagram. Please pay close attention. Here the ray is coming directly, okay, and after striking, it is going what? With the going from through the focus, right? So the first rule. First rule is whenever a ray of light is coming parallel with principal axis, after striking the concave mirror, it will pass through the what? Focus. On the next step, students, what we will see? On the next step, you can see that the ray of light is coming through the focus. In this step, the light is coming through the focus, and after striking, it will go by making a parallel angle. It will go by making a parallel angle with principal axis, right? Now the third step. If a ray of light is going through center of curvature, if a ray of light is passing through center of curvature, it will follow exactly the same path. It will follow exactly the same path. It won't deviate. After striking also, it will follow the same path. It will just go back. Fine, students. And last one, for concave mirror I am talking this one, okay. For last one, you can see if the ray of light is coming straight, okay, and it is striking with the pole. See what I am saying? Now the ray of light is striking with the pole of the concave mirror. Then it will follow the law of reflection, the laws of reflection. It will go by making an equal angle, that is angle I is equal to angle R. That means at this point, as you can see, the ray of light is coming, after striking it is going back. Fine, students, I hope you all have understood the rules to obtain images for your concave mirror. Now let's see convex mirror, same but little bit different. What? It will go deviated. As you can see the rule 1, here in rule 1 what is happening? You can see the rule 1, what exactly is happened in the rule 1. Here the ray of light is coming, after striking what happened? It deviated. But you can see the virtual part. On the virtual part it appeared to meet its focus. If it comes parallel, after striking, okay, after striking it will deviate definitely. But in the virtual world it will appear to meet. It is not meeting, but it is appear to meet at focus. Okay. The same way if it is in the second rule, as you can see, rule number 2. On rule number 2 you can see, rule number 2 what exactly is happening? Here the ray of light is coming through the focus but is deviating, but it is appear to go through by making a parallel angle. Appear to go by making a parallel angle. Next up, students, next what is? Next is our what? There what we have done, yes, center of curvature. Here also it will follow the same path. If it is going through the center of curvature, it won't deviate, it will follow the same path. And last but not the least, if it is striking at the pole, what will happen? Same thing, it will go by making an equal angle as it has done in our previous like concave mirror, follow the same path. Okay, students, these are the rules and these are the things which are need to be obtained in the screen. Now I'll put both in the screen so that you can compare both of the images. Okay, as you can see here, first one and that first one, second one and that second one, third one and third one, fourth one and fourth one. I hope you all are comparing these things. You all get it something, right? So let me erase this one. So students, in this session, what will be your homework? Your homework will be all the ray diagrams which we have did today, and to practice and to do the entire lab activity with proper well-leveled diagram as well as table. This is very important for your board exam, so don't miss this one. Please do it. Fine? Okay. And in our next class we will learn different kind of images, different kind of stuff. Like table number 2 which we have did now, that one we will read properly. By using our rules, we will do properly and we will see what kind of ray diagrams we are getting. There are 6 ray diagrams which are present over there. I will show each and every diagrams over there and I will explain about each and every diagram. I hope you people can understand. Thank you.